Hello, my name's David. I'm an environment artist. And here we are in Kingdom Come Deliverance II. Yet again. And look at that view there. We've got a sort of interesting episode on this one. Because we've got to a point in the story, which I'm sure you know, as many of you have played this. And here we are, inside Castle Trosky. There we go. Yeah, we had a spot of bother at the wedding. It all degenerated into, yeah, a bit of a fracas. And Hans and Henry ended up in the dungeon, didn't they? And Hans is still in the dungeon. Well, we are free to roam. And yeah, what a excellent castle it is. I mean, it's great. So we've got the two peaks up here. So we've got the crone over on the left, the shorter one. And we've got the maiden at the top there with a rather nice little sort of cottage looking thing up there, isn't it? And we've got to a point where we more or less have free run of the castle. We've mollified the rather dubious character, the Chamberlain. We got him a bit of a potion for his sore tummy. And so he's kind of let us just have free run about the place. Hasn't he, Mr. Guard? Yeah. What were you just saying before, earlier? We couldn't go in? Couldn't go here and there? Well, take that. We're going in. And yeah, I mean, it's lovely, isn't it? I mean, you can do tours of this in RL, can't you? You can have nice little tours around it. And I think you can actually go up to the crone with a viewing platform. But anyway, I like this here. Nice little details. They're all over the show, aren't they? And most of my wanderings are, you know, usually always concerned with environment, you know, like natural environment, landscapes and stuff. And so it's nice to sort of have a good look at more architectural elements. Because they're great, aren't they? They've just done a really good job. I mean, you know, it's so well observed. And obviously they visited this castle, didn't they, Warhorse? And, you know, it certainly seems to have shown. And, you know, little details like this. The water's running down there. This is a well. You can actually go down that well. In rather Zelda-like fashion, you can we jump down there on a kind of, you know, sneak-in section through this castle, which I really liked. Actually, you know, the first part of this castle sequence is you've got to sneak around because no one wants to let you in. You know, you're just some sort of hired guy who was in the dungeons, and we had to work off, you know, some of our trouble debt, I suppose you could say. But right, let's just wander up here. I mean, you know, there's any number of spots we could have a good look at. I mean, you know, look, little carpentry. Look at that there.
9th bell. Only 3 to go.
3 to go till Hans is executed. But, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to keep this save. So this is just for the purposes of wandering. But lovely, isn't it? Look at that. I mean, just the saw, the detail on the saw, the tightening mechanism. It's all so good. And the way the boxes are made, you know, the wooden constructions that they used. You know, there's not many screws in this world, is there? I forget, when was the screw invented? I think they might not have even been using screws, probably. Hey, you know, it was all nails, wasn't it? I bet there's a bit of interesting history to do with the screw, isn't there? Yeah, but look at that. I mean, look at the stone archway. Isn't it great? And the render covering the stones around it. I mean, you know, it's a cement creeping around the outer edge. The bevel. It's just, yeah, it's so good. You know, and all of the surface materials and, you know, the hinges, the binding on the studded door.
My God.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, right. The trick with this video is going to be not getting too bogged down in the detail. But, I mean, it's great, isn't it? The detail is so good. You know, they've thought about water and drainage, even down to that. You know, the artists have thought about drainage when they're making all this. Here's a bit of a smithy here. So we could, well, if we had any ingredients or materials, we could do a spot of blacksmithing, but we don't. They pretty much took all our stuff, and I'm a little bit low on health as well, but we've managed to pilfer some food from the kitchens, you know, so, but let's just Just gloss over that. It's a little bit of thievery. Right, let's go up here. Right, we'll probably start in the crone tower. I mean, or maybe we should go down here because this is where we actually started out. Once we sort of snuck around in the dungeons. That's a little kitcheny bit there. But let's get our torch out there so we can see. Look, so that's a little. We were just down there before the entranceway. Lovely views. Hello. Hey, we're just wandering around. Da, 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 and you can't stop us because Chamberlain has said we're allowed. So there, take that. You look like someone I used to work with. Don't think it is that. Right. So yeah, Hans is in there, isn't he? Hans, hello. You alright? I don't think they'll kind of take kindly to me wandering around. I think it's in there. I think it is. Or was it in here? Oh no, he's in there. Under the... Hello. You're right, Hans. Good to see you, buddy. We're not rescuing you this session. We've only got 3 bells to go before you get executed, my lad. But don't worry. I'm sure it'll be alright. Rats! Rat alert! Chase them around. Oh, this could be Ghost of the Tale, couldn't it? They're very similar sort of setting. We could be one of those little mice. There's been a very unsavoury torture chamber in there. So, let's not dwell on that. But, yeah, up the stairs we go. And, yeah, like a little bit of, you know, cookie bit. And just look at the haze in there. I love it when we go in these indoor sections where they're, you know, they're doing food and stuff. Can we eat some? No, it's still stealing. You know, it's just like, there would be smoky environments, these, wouldn't they? You know, you've no extractor fans and stuff. The best you got is like a chimney sort of thing. That looks like a chimney hood, but it looks like there's no exit. Yeah. And some pans up there, and these spit roast things. Hooks for hanging the meat over for slow cooking. Oh, a bit of dust getting kicked up as well. Oh, look, the hay. The hay's getting moved around.
I don't have much time left.
Oh, Henry, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Only 2 bells to go. Probably just reload if we do end up on the 12th bell anyway. That is great, isn't it? It's actually moving the little bits of straw. That's a nice detail that I had not noticed, actually. I had not noticed. And we got all sorts of stuff around there. That is awesome, isn't it? So, let's head up these stairs here. You know, look, little details. You got all the washing hanging up stuff. Hello. Another drainage channel, supported by wooden edges as well to channel it down. Nice. That's great. So, I would make sure in it. And this is like a sort of storeroom cupboard. Should we get our torch out for a little bit of extra light? Yeah, storeroom sort of thing. And look here, cracked plaster. Yeah, really nice, isn't it? And you know, all the barrels and stuff, all the stuff that you'd have in these places. An axe, just, you know, there's a little story about that axe, isn't there? You know, someone comes in, they break it up for kindling, and just whack it into the poster. You probably shouldn't do too much of that because that might be a supporting beam. You know, maybe not the best idea, but you know, people take shortcuts, don't they? And it's little things like that. You know, tell a story. Someone might be getting told off for doing that. You know, down the line a little bit. You know, getting it slightly more decorative. You know, you got a bit of paint on the walls here, haven't we? A nice dining room, and look at this fire here. You can just imagine that. You'd be sort of huddled around in that, shutters closed in the winter, the months. Oh, check out the windows. Yeah, the leaded windows. Look at that. What a lovely detail on the glass there. Because they couldn't make sheets of glass back then. They could only make small panes of glass. So that's why you had the leaded windows, to hold those little pieces together. They just couldn't make a large sheet of glass like we can nowadays. Well, look at that. It's all out there, isn't it? The Bohemian Paradise. That's great. So I want to kind of get up to the sort of top of this bit here. That looks like a toilet, doesn't it? It just goes straight out. Hello, good sir. Any intruders coming in through this window that you're guarding so diligently? Lovely. Look at that. Heading east over there. So that is what, Apollonia, the Apollonian sandstone thingies, aren't they? Yeah. What's in here? Oh, bedroom. All right. Have a good sleep. Sorry. Nope. Nope. Didn't mean to intrude there.
Was that you?
No, wasn't me. Not me. I would never do that. Look, the guard went and investigated that, didn't he? Ah, cool. So we're going to head up. There's a viewing platform up here. Look at it, all this sort of wooden construction. It's brilliant. And, you know, cross beams and using the technology of the time. And here we are, up on the crone here, the lower of the towers. Oh, it's great, isn't it? After all this time, you sort of, from the outside looking in. And then, you know, we're here inside all this castle and looking at all the spots that we've been to. So we're looking westward over to the Maiden over there, I believe. Pretty sure anyway. I hope I've not got them mixed up. But there's the quarry and then so ooh, Trosky.
The 11th toll of the bell. The last before the execution starts.
No, Hans gotta be executed. We'll save Hans, don't worry about that. And look, I mean, isn't it whoa. Thought I was looked like I'd gone outside the wall there, didn't it? Ooh, a bit of dodgy collision maybe? What happened there? I don't know. No matter. But yeah, it's great, isn't it? Looking out at all of that landscape. And the scale is great, isn't it? You know, it's not quite one-to-one, but I mean, it's not far off. It's not far off a one-to-one recreation of the Bohemian Paradise. It's really good. And they've got some really good LODs going on as well. You know, all of that, like trees are really hard to mod. Foliage, mod, did I say? LOD, I mean, level of detail. Trees are just notorious for being very difficult to LOD so that it doesn't look crap, basically, you know. And, yeah, they did a really good job. I mean, you know, a lot of that might be the CryEngine, maybe, but, you know. All right, yeah, this is where we've been trying to get to. Old Thomas there, who we met right at the beginning of the game. He's ill there, but don't worry, Thomas, you'll be all right. We'll get to you in another session. Look at that sun just coming in to the tower. Hang on, this might be the Maiden, because we look like we're higher. The Maiden is the higher tower. So maybe that's the crone over there, and this is the Maiden. Yeah. I love these little bay windows. Aren't they lovely? Yeah. That's really cool. So, and there's a little chapel in there. Praise be! There we go. Don't worry, Thomas. You're at the highest point, so that means that you will be cured. I'm sure. Right. So, what's the quickest way? Oh yeah, I know. We're gonna get down here. Let's put some light on. Let's get some light going on the case. All the way down, and we're gonna make the journey across to the tower, which I'm getting mixed up at now. So I'm gonna say that I'm on the Maiden Tower because this is the highest one, and so we'll go over to the crone then, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, cool. Right. Hello. Let's get me bearings.
What are you messing around with that
Oh.
door for, eh?
I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to go in there. I mean, they're asleep, aren't they? I was meaning to go this way.
Get out of here.
Okay, get out. Oh,
No business here.
oh,
Are you looking?
blimey. I'm a criminal. Okay. So I reloaded that because, you know, I don't want to be getting hassled. So if you're confused when Henry says it's like, whatever, the 10th bell or whatever, that's because we've gone back in time. And Hans has had a reprieve, hasn't he? And back into this lovely fireplace chamber. Yeah. So away we go over to the West Tower. The crone. Everything. And yeah, this sort of courtyard here. We got these two lovely walkways. And it's really cool when you're walking through, like through these battlements. And, you know, you get these little glimpses of the world out there. And there's a guard. Oh, there's usually a guard here. Where's the guard? Oh, here he is. Thought he was slacking then. But there we are, out there. And actually, I didn't want to go along that, because I wanted to start this tower on the ground floor. So let's go down. And if you remember, we started off down there. Dungeons down there. There's Hans is chilling down there. What's this? A little store. Maybe a charcoal store. Something like that. It was really cool. We stumbled across the charcoal production little area. And it was, I mean, that's probably worth a video in its own right. You know, and I learned quite a bit about the production of charcoal from that. And just watching, like, how they were doing it. And, you know, they had these mounds stacked up with wood and then earth over it. And, like, leaves, branches. You know, and you could kind of see the order of production in the charcoal burning. It was great. So it was nice to see.
Missing there,
It's the
I'll
8th
be
bell.
after you.
I need to hurry.
8th bell we've gone back to, yes. The 8th bell, my good man. It's alright, we're only going to the kitchen, and the Chamberlain has said we're okay. That guy's worried about old Thomas up at the chapel. He'll be okay. I think he'll be okay. Henry does want him to be okay, because he's got a vouch for us, because we saw him at the beginning of the game. And we spent all this time, like, you know, no one's believing that we're who we say we are. So, yeah. Right, so we got a kitchen here. With, yeah, with something. Oh, some herbs. I mean, that could be rosemary, couldn't it? Yeah, that could be something like that. Oh, nice. Yeah, there we go. I love these. I think they call them embayments, perhaps. And they've got this little slit out there, and then, you know, you've got this sort of angled access to it, so archers can get a wider field of fire either side. It's great. Plus, it lets more light in, of course, as well. You know, some practical considerations. And I love the plaster. It's really good, isn't it? You know, I would imagine on these corners, I mean, because you can see a slightly... Hang on, is that just lighting? I can see a different colour, but that's probably just lighting, actually. But I would imagine that they're using a decal on the edges here, so that you have a continuous plaster surface. And same down here, you know, all these joins here between surfaces, you know, in fact, you can see the edge. So that'll be a decal, which is faded off at each side, and it's covering the seam between the geometry. And so sometimes you just get situations where, like, the edge of a decal ends, and it's not that easy to actually kind of cover the join, unless you want to do another decal that then overlaps your previous decal. And, you know, that way you end up with layers of decals very quickly, and sometimes it's not worth it. You know, so I guess they've just judged, well, it's probably not worth it there, because you can see the edge. And, you know, an edge here and there is fine. It's not a big deal. Oh, I love the flags. Look at the stone flags. Yeah, that's brilliant, isn't it? There's a lot of attention to detail and all this. And I mean, you could pour over each and every room, and you could probably spend ages on a room like this, just looking at the sheer amount of detail. You know, just the variation in the walls, for a start. You know, the cracked plaster, the dampness, you know, there's probably in winter you get a lot of dampness on these walls, and it's sort of creeping down, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, they would have been grubby places, wouldn't they, these? Yeah, I mean, just, you know, a world without vacuum cleaners for a start. It's just, you know, I mean, it's a different world, isn't it? We are very fortunate to have simple things like vacuum cleaners. Well, they're not simple, are they, really? I mean, can you build one? I mean, God, we don't know how nearly everything around us works these days, do we? We're very far removed from the support systems that enable our modern world, which is a terrifying thought. Yeah, but there it is. And yeah, a lovely windowsill as well. Lovely window frames, and chairs and furs, log baskets, little oven. Yeah, it's all great, isn't it? And little tallow candles there, like, you know, for sitting and perhaps reading, perhaps. Although not many people... No, that's a lockpick, that one. Not many people would have been able to read. So...
Ninth bell.
Ninth bell.
Only 3 to go.
Only 3 to go again. And look at this, the natural rock poking through. And, you know, I mean, this whole thing is perched and built onto the existing basalt, I believe, and volcanic rock stuff. And it's great to see, you know, a very, you know, it's almost like a corridor wrapping around the peak, isn't it? It's so great. A bit of a bed chamber going on. That's a lockpick, so can't go through there. Because we don't have a lockpick. I mean, I could make one if I could find some scrap, but I've not found any, so... just these little peaks. You know, it's like that. It makes you squint almost, doesn't it? Because we're in these sort of slightly gloomy confines inside. And then you look out the windows and it's like, whoa, yeah, it's quite bright. Whoa. And more rock poking through. And then they've used this as, you know, the feature to get the stairway going up. And notice the stone construction here as opposed to the wooden construction on the other tower. Quite an interesting sort of difference around there. Who's in there? Rather nice little sort of study here. The scribe is hard at work. And another fireplace. I mean, you'd need these fireplaces, wouldn't you? And this is a rather awesome... I mean, let's look at all the stuff. I almost don't want to get the torch out because it looks so atmospheric. But I love this room. This is an artist's room. Look, we've got the paints here. And all the condiments, all the brushes, your palettes, you know, and the splotches of paint. It's great. You know, all this stuff here, ingredients. You know, because I mean, most artists by then, they would have made their own pigments. They couldn't just generally go and buy paint so much. You know, a lot of artists, they would have had to just grind it all themselves and make it. And here we go, lovely easels and stuff. Yeah, I loved it. It's great. And, you know, they would have been using charcoal sketches and stuff like that, really. I don't think even pencils existed. Hello. And then I got splotchies and like all that, yeah. And down on the floor as well, all the little details. And a broken pot. Yeah. It's a, you know, it's a used room, isn't it? It's got all that character to it. Let's turn that off and just go through here. And look, can you see the dust motes in the air? Should be able to. Yeah, just little bits of dust in the air. That's great. Okay. Moving on. I'll head up, up, up. Oh, I think we'll need the torch here because it's a bit dark. A wee bit dark. And up here. So going back to the wooden construction here. Because we're now above the actual natural rock. And, you know, I mean, it's going to be easier to build with wood in this sort of situation, isn't it, really? There's a couple of rooms there. Storeroom there. Again, you know. Oh, well, alchemy table, so we could do some alchemizing if we but had the ingredients. And we can't take these. Which is... I always think, you know, I mean, all games do this, right? There's all sorts of stuff around that some you can take, some you can't. And I always feel like it's inconsistent, isn't it? You know, I do want to play a game one day that, you know, you can pick everything up. I mean, the Elder Scrolls games are more like that, aren't they? You know, you can pretty much pick everything up. But even so, there's still elements like things like this that you can't pick up. So, you know, I want to play a game.
I don't have much time left.
Don't have much time left, Henry. Don't worry, we're in a time warp here, Henry, so it doesn't matter. So, heading up here, lovely. Oh, that lady. She's gonna cause a ruckus with us wandering around, isn't she? But tell you what, we'll just do it anyway because we want to get to the top and look around, and then we'll wrap up the video once we get to the highest bit. So, but yeah, a lovely, lovely little sort of room here. Now, don't mind us, madam. We're just, yeah, she's not happy. Look, she just wants us out, doesn't she? But don't worry. The guards are gonna come and get us.
Business here. You've
Yeah,
no business here.
it's fine. It's fine. We're examining the environment, and I guess this is the highest
You
point,
aren't
then I
allowed
suppose,
here.
isn't it? In this sort of tower, Yeah, don't worry, it's okay, it's okay. I think, yeah, I don't think we can get any higher than this.
You to do something. Go away.
I guess that's the highest bit now. Well, she's not happy, is she? Let's retreat. Okay.
You've got no
No, all right, don't worry about it. Chill out, chill out. Come on. Let's see if we can't just find a nice spot to end the video. I mean, this is a lovely storeroom, isn't it? I mean, why not? Why not? A little workshop with more tools and stuff. Yeah, brilliant. Oh, look. Yeah. Oh, yes, yes. I remember seeing the vegetation growing around the base of this kind of little house bit at the top here. And lovely little light shafts coming through. So, yeah, I think we'll leave it there. But, I mean, a nice little tour around Trosky Castle. And I wanted to capture this before the story moved on, because I'm not sure whether we'll be allowed back in once the story moves or not. I don't know. So, but here we go. We have captured the castle. And a rather nice little wander it was too. Brilliant. So I hope that was interesting. I've enjoyed it. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in another video. Take it easy. Bye.